intellectual property rights in India. So it is jointly organized by. I am happy to welcome the various persons who involved in this program. First of all, I would like to welcome our chairman, Dr. N.K. Perisami sir, and our principal, Dr. S. Kamesh,
Dr. R. Sangam sir,
our dean. Extend my special welcome to resource person. Madam, I welcome to the faculty members, students of various departments who joined this webinar. I welcome one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome. Next, I would like to welcome. Next, I would like to invite Dr. G.T. Sasidharan sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, to introduce Chief Guest.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to today's session. I would like to introduce our Chief Guest, Dr. M. Thankam, Head Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, Kongu Arts and Science College, Erode. She has completed doctorate in management. She has more than 15 years of experience in academic institutions. She published so many articles on national and international reputed journals. She has obtained the patent of data integration pattern of payment interfaces for the seasonal entrepreneur in April 2020. She attended and conducted many programs in national level and international level, and also act as a resource person. She is a certified innovative ambassador by MHRD, members in funding development cell, and members in intellectual property rights cell. It's very useful session for us. It is an honor and a privilege for us, madam, to have you with you as today. I am sure we will be enriched by the webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we would like to invite today's Chief Guest, Dr. M. Thangam, MOE Certified Innovative Ambassador, Assistant Professor and Head, Department of Business Administration, Kongu Arts and Science College, Erode, to deliver the Chief Guest address.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your welcome and introducing me. Thank you. And then I welcome you all for this webinar on intellectual property rights in this beautiful afternoon, and sharing my, I'm going to sharing my expressions regarding the intellectual property rights and what are the procedures has to be processing mechanism of and obtaining and patents, and then what are the other intellectual property rights in this comes under the IPR. So intellectual property, we have to understand what is meant by intellectual. So intellectual is a person who is engaging in a critical thinking, in a research, and a reflection about the reality of society, and also who is possessing the skills of and soluting an existing problem is known as an intellectual. So with the help of your intellectual knowledge, if you are creating any property, it isn't maybe in property means it may be an process, designs or ideas or whatever may be, or trade secrets or anything else. Is there something is new from the society and you are soluting the existing problems of the society, that is known as an intellectual property. So if I am an inventor, I am creating something new. So I am, with the help of my own intellectual mind, I am creating a new thing. So I have to protect my rights from the outsiders. Without my knowledge, without getting prior permission from the inventor, nobody is having a right to use the property. So for that is the main purpose of an intellectual property rights. This autonomous power is granted by the IP India. So intellectual property India, this is provides the rights to the inventor. For the purpose is to protect the inventor. The new thing is innovated by the inventor. Property has to be protected. That is the main purpose of an intellectual property. So now you have get some ideas about the intellectual property. What is intellectual property? And then in intellectual property, we are protecting our ideas or designs because we are the owner of the property without getting a knowledge from the person, without knowledge from the inventor. Nobody doesn't have any rights to use it. So the inventor has rights to provide licensing to the users, those who are in need of those who are in need of using that particular design model or process. They can grant a license to the persons, those who are needed for that. Then they will charge some in royalty or something like that. And then you are getting an IP for it, designs, your designs, different designs and patterns and your creations. And then you can, if you are writing a books or any artistical works, you can get an copyrights. So all those things we will discuss one by one. Then intellectual property means is a property arises from the human intellect. The product of human creation is also having it will be authorized by the IP India. So intellectual property is comprises of two major forms. One is an literary and artistical works, and another one is an industrial property. So both the things you are eligible to raise an intellectual property rights. So intellectual property rights is also refers as an inventions, literary and artistical works, symbol, names, images, and designs. It is used in the commerce. These things are having an enough and it's eligible for getting an intellectual property rights. It's protected by the patent. In which way and which form we are able to protect our rights is protect our property means the patents by way of and getting an patent rights, and then trademarks, copyrights, and trade secrets. You are eligible to get a patents. If you are eligible to get an property rights, this will be protected for a period of time. It is eligible for getting an rights. It is authorized by the IP India. Depends on that each and every criteria having some sort of time. It is mentioned by the IP India. Up to that particular year, you are able to protect your rights. So intellectual property is comes under the trademarks, patent, copyrights, industrial design, layout or design, and trade secrets. For these areas, these aspects, we are able to raise our rights. We are able to protect our rights under the headship of an intellectual property rights. It's an IP India, is an autonomous institution, is an authorized institution to grant the intellectual property. So intellectual property, this is a logo of an IP India. This is a logo. It's an this IP India is responsible for granting and patents, designs, trademark, geographical indications, and all these things are comes under the IP India. So the Trademark Act, you have to follow the rules and regulations. Then you have to obtain the trademark. And then Trade Secret Act, it is the act is comes in force of 1979. So if you are and protect your secret of your products, process, or something like that, so you have to follow that act. And Industrial Designs Act 1985 and Designs Act, again in the initial stage they are introduced. They are coming to the force of Industrial Designs Act 1985. So after that, there is some modifications is made in the year of 2000. That is, the name is also changed into the Designs Act. And Geographical Indications of Goods Act is in 1999 and the Patent Act 1970. So how much years we are able to protect our rights? So under the headship of an intellectual property is, if you go for an copyrights, I'm already told it's an artistical work and musical like that. So you can protect your right up to 70 years. 70 years, your rights will be protected. After completion of the 70 years, that will be get into the public domain. Everybody can use. So it's in only 70 years we are able to protect our rights. If you go for in trademarks, so up to 10 years you can protect your rights. Then after 10 years, every 10 years you have to and renewal your trademarks. It is a trademark is permanent for each and every company. You are aware of that. So every 10 years you have to renew your trademark. It is required. So patent, it's 20 years up to 20 years you are able to protect your patent. So every period of time you have to renew your patent also. And trade secrets, there is no limit on the amount of time for trade secrets. But if it is possible to protect your rights protect your trade secret for thousands or hundreds or 200 years, that will be possible to protect the maximum extent of time. If it is not possible to protect that much of years, so if it is somebody else in your organizations, they may disclose your trade secrets to an outsiders. So the IP India is not responsible for that. So this is it depends on the concern. They have to and make it confidential for their trade secrets. And geographical indications. This is also there is no limit for time for geographical indications. This is depends on that. This is granted by the government. So it's a goods is specialized for the particular geographical places, because the specialization of the goods or the quality or the performance, it is totally different from the other geographical areas. So this is specialized for that particular geographical area. So that is protected from the other people or other state or other peoples. They have to protect the and the indication. So this is we are special from that particular process or product. This geographical indication is mentioned by the government. So we will discuss one by one. So what is copyright? First we have to know what is copyright. Copyright is a form of an intellectual property and protected and granted under the Indian law to the creators of an original work of authorship, such as literary work and computer program, tables, and then compilation include the computer database, which may be expressed in words, codes, themes, or in any other form, including a machine or readable medium, or it may be it's a dramatic, musical, artistical work, and then cinematography, films, and then other social recordings. So this is a copyright. This will be extended up to 70 years. Then trademark. The trademark, we are also aware of that. If I am telling an Honda or Hyundai, it's something like that. It's in Suzuki. So it's a next second, within the fraction of second, the trademark comes into our mind, because this is an identical for each and every companies to identify the manufacturer or the company which producing the goods and then which producing the particular brand. That is the main purpose of a trademark. This is a distinctive sign that identifies our services as those produced or provided a person or enterprise. It may be one or a combination of words or numerals. They may consist of a drawing, symbols, and there are signs such as the shape, packing, or it may be a musical or vocal sounds, and then fragrance or distinguished features. This may be consist of all those things. Anything else maybe that comes under the trademarks. So it provides the protection to the owner from the other people's outsiders. The exclusive rights will be granted to the owners for identifying the goods to authorize another to use in a return for the payment of some monetary thing. The initial term of registration for 10 years, that will be renewable from the every 10 years. So what are the trade secrets? It is, for example, if you think about Coca-Cola, so or any other soft drinks, or it's any other hot drinks or like that. So it is some secret formulas has to be followed by the manufacturing industries to maintain the quality or the quantity or to attract the customers. It's a different flavor or it gives a different taste to the customers. So they have to maintain the formula. Then only they are able to survive in a long run basis, long period of time. So trade secret is the formula or practice or process or design, a legal instrument or a patent or a combination of an information which is not generally known or reasonable and sustainable, by which a business can obtain an economical advantage over the competitors or customers. In some jurisdictions, some such secrets are referred to as confidential information or classified information. This is also known as confidential information or classified information. This is secret or secret formulas has to be confidentially maintained by the organization. This is known as trade secrets. So it's an components or formulas, trade secrets maybe, and components or formulas, manufacturing or processing methods, business plans, research and development department informations, and customer suppliers list, and then marketing plans, IT system architecture, unpublished promotional materials, informations regarding the business opportunities, and sales price, cost data, and confidential software applications, features, algorithms. Anything may be like a trade secrets. In industrial designs, it's a process of designs applied to and physical products that are to be manufactured by mass production. If you think it about any automobile products, it may be in two-wheeler or four-wheeler. So each and every models from an one automobile industry to another automobile industry, some slight modifications has to be made. If any one automobile industry made any one kind of design, that has to be comes under the industrial design. They are protected their design also. The same kind of designs or models should not be manufactured and should not be sell it to that particular company, another company, without they are not eligible to produce the same kind of same model, and then same methodologies as should not be produced by the companies also. That is an industrial designs. You can protect your designs with the help of this industrial designs. So these all comes under the industrial designs, different models. Then some product, most of the products is designing with the help of in 3D and all those things. So if you are designing or if you are producing any kind of models, you can protect your designs comes under the industrial designs. So geographical indication. This is a name or sign used or product which and correspondence to a specific geographical location or origin. A geographical indications right enable those who have the right to use an indications to prevent its use by third party whose product does not conform to applicable standards. If the product is for example, is an Tanjavur Talayati Bommai, if you think about it, so that product having some geographical identifications that will comes under the particular standards. So it's nobody have to produce such kind of toys, and then they should not mention as a Tanjavur Talayati Bommai. They can indicate into the some other name or some other brand or some other ways like that. But it is not possible to produce the same kind of product under the name of it, a particular geographical indications. It is purely it is based on the geographical locations that has to be granted by the government in the IP India. These are some examples of geographical indications like in Tanjavur Pootu, and then Tanjavur Talayati Bommai, Tindukal Pootus, and then Palani Panjamridam, then Kangayam Kalai, and then Erode Turmeric. Then these are all some examples of it in geographical indications. Then intellectual property in India. So before we discuss about copyrights and then industrial designs and then geographical indications and then industrial designs and all those things. So these are all the rights are raised by the industry peoples and then business persons. So to protect their intellectual property. As an academicians and students, we have a great scope of getting a patent. So that's why I'm choosing a patent, and then I will explain on related processing mechanisms of a patent. This will be very helpful for the academic institutions to raise the rights for their unique designs or models and all those things. If you are an industrialist, so you can go for an industrial designs or in trade secrets or trademarks like that. So in academicians, there is a great scope of getting in copyrights and as well as the patent. So patent is a right. We are raising a right for our patents, our designs or models. So it's an up to 20 years the rights will be protected by the IP India. So it's a patent is very helpful for the students community and as well as the faculty community to protect their designs or models, and then this will be commercialized after getting a patent. So with the help of commercializations, the inventor has able to generate some monetary income also, monetary benefits also. So that's why I am going to the some deeper sense in a patent. Patent is an exclusive right granted for an invention. It is an exclusive right granted for an invention. So inventor is inventing something new. It is not existing in the society. So they will end getting a patent for their inventions. The patent is an exclusive right to a product or a process that generally provide a new way of doing something or offers a new technical solution to a problem. So it is an exclusive right of a product or process. So generally provide a new way of doing something new. So if you are in, if you want to get a patent for any your model, any your designs or models or in process, so you have to do something as a new from that, and also it has to give some solutions to the society. That is very important. So what are the criteria of getting a patent? It should be a novelty. Novelty means it should be new or unusual. It is not a same kind of things is existing in the world. It is not possible to get a patent. For example, it's an in the pandemic situation itself, one person in Bangalore, there that person is working as a professor in English departments. So one fine day morning, that person is walking in the particular nearby this residence. So that person sees so many people are working in farming, and he saw the coconut trees, and then what are the wastage products of coconut trees. At that time itself, we get some ideas regarding that. Why should we have to create something new from that particular coconut tree wastages? So instantly he got some ideas. Why should we use degradable straws with the help of that coconut palm and all those things? So instantly he framed a team, and then he conducted a lot of research regarding that. Then he make a straw with the help of a coconut palm, and then so it start selling that product into that nearby places, and then he exporting the goods to the other countries also. Then now he producing in more than 4 to 5 lakh straws per month, and then he get an order of 4 to 5 million per month, and then he is exporting the thing also. He get a very good demand in the foreign market. So instead of using a plastic, if you are using a natural thing, it will be an very good for us. So this is in this kind of small initiatives, it gives you a very good idea, and then it will be a very prospective in your future also. So think it in that particular way. Then you have to do something new. Then you will get a patent. Then inventive steps. So product or process must be an inventive steps. If it is any kind of products is already existing in your invention, so but you are doing something new. For example, if you are inventing something new in any automobile engines, so it may be used for a two-wheeler or four-wheeler. So in that process itself, or it may be in using that fuel. So if you are making some changes, so that is an inventive step. So automobile engines are there. So it is you are in doing something new process, or by using that fuel, or then some other input. So if you are doing something new, that is very, very important. So existing product itself, you are doing something new, but inventive step has to be very, very important for it in patents. And industrial applications must be possible to actually manufacture a new invention. So if you are in inventing a new thing or process or designs or models or whatever may be, but that has to be possible to producing in an industry. So industrial applications is very, very important. If I am designing a new product, so it's totally different from the existing product. Some inventive steps may also be taken. It's a novelty also, but it is not an usable thing. It will not be possible to get a patent for that. So it should be an usable thing, and it should be possible to and applicable to the industry, and it should be new, and some inventive step has to be taken for an existing product. That is very, very important. So if I am making something new, and then I am designing a new thing, or I am processing something new thing, and then I am how to start processing my patent. So what are the procedures has to be followed in patent filing? So two aspects has to be considered for a patent filing. One thing is a provisional specification. and another one is a complete specification. So in provisional specifications, then what is provisional specification? First we have to understand what is maybe provisional specification. So provisional specification is nothing but I am an inventor. I am inventing some design or some process, but my designing process is not yet completed. So 50% of the process may be completed or 75% is completed, but I am not yet in 100% of my process is not yet completed my 100% of the process. So, but I am an inventor. I have to protect my right in prior to that. Before completion of my designs or models, I have to end in prior date of an filing is required by the inventor. They may go for a provisional specification. So, in the initial stage of the designs or models will be and accepted by the provisional specifications. So, if you are go for a provisional specifications within 1 year, you must have to submit the complete specification. So 1 year period of time will be granted to the inventor for submitting the complete specification. In the complete specifications, what you are submitted in the provisional specifications that has to be extended, and then you have to complete your process and designs or models. Then you have to submit the complete specifications. So again, the complete specifications will also be granted. So file only the conceptual stage of the concept. The conceptual stage of the concepts has to be filed, and then claim the priority of the invention. To which extent? The claim means in patent, the claim is known as an up to which extent I have to and protect my rights. If you, for example, it's an engine. I'm already told it's an automobile engine. So if you are in with the help of using some edible oil, you are designing and then on automobile engine. With the help of that edible oil itself, the engine will be running. So that will give an 40 or 35 kilometers per liter. So this is new invention. So you are applying patent for this particular invention. So up to that, if these kind of edible oil, if anybody else is producing the same kind of engine in future, the IP India should not end providing and rights to the particular invention. That is the extension of my rights. Up to which extent I have to and protect my right is known as a claim. So no complete disclosure is required. So only in a provisional stage. I am in a provisional stage, so it is not needed. And I have to clearly identify the scope in a standalone document. It is not necessary to write 40 or 50 pages regarding my inventions and all those things. Only and the scope and then of a particular inventions we write in a standalone documents. Within one paragraph, you have to explain everything. And drawing can be submitted if it is required in support the inventions. It depends on that. The inventor felt that if I am submitting a drawing along with my process, it is very helpful for the examiners to understand my designing or the process clearly. I will include the drawing, otherwise it is not necessary. So if you go for in complete specifications, I have completed the 100% of my invention. So everything is completed. I know very well about the output of my designs or inventions or process. So I will go for a complete specification. So complete specifications is a techno-legal documents. It's containing an scientific information constituting an patent rights. So it is a techno-legal documents. Everything has to be included in the complete specifications. So entire description of the inventions has to be mentioned, and then define the legal boundaries of the invention for protecting the designs or concept has to be mentioned in the complete specifications. Your legal boundaries, it's a claims, everything has to be mentioned. So if you go for in complete specifications, what are all the documents, what are all the informations you have to give it in that particular complete specification is a title has to be mentioned clearly. For each forms, you have to mention your same title, and then if it is any changes in the title, it will not be accepted. Your application will be rejected. So the field of invention and its uses, and then prior art and the problems to be solved. Prior art means existing. So if you choose an engine, so existing engines is run by the fuels like petrol and then ethanol or then diesel. Something is a prior art. It's an existing thing, and then it's a problem to be solved. So with the help of using these fuels, we have to spend more money. The cost of the fuel is increasing nowadays. So if you are using some other fuels, it's this kind of oils, it will be helpful for the low economic peoples, and then will be helpful for these kind of people. So these problems will be solved like that. You have to mention, and then object of the inventions has to be mentioned. Usually, it's an you have to three object of the inventions has to be mentioned. So main objective is an primary objective, further objective, future objective. Three objective has to be mentioned in the company specification. Summary has to be mentioned. You have to write it in your invention has to be mentioned in a summary, short form. And then a detailed description of the invention has to be explained, clearly explained what all. If you are using any softwares, then which software you are using, and then processing mechanism, and then how it will be working. Everything has to be mentioned in the detailed description of the invention. Statement of claims, up to which extent you have to protect your rights, drawings, and then abstract has to be mentioned. Abstract means what is the abstract of your invention. Drawings, if it is necessary, you have to enclose. So, invention disclosure, you have to area or nature of the invention and the description of the invention, similar existing solutions and advantages and diagrams and sketches, if it is necessary, you have to mention in the invention disclosure. And now it's another aspect of a patent is that you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. This is very important for the inventor because every inventor is inventing something new, but the inventor doesn't know whether my invention is, for example, the inventor has to clearly understand my invention have have to fulfill all the criteria of a patent. So if I am inventing a new thing, I don't know whether these kind of inventions may be getting prior patents in this world, or my inventions fulfill all the legal criteria it's mentioned in the Patent Act 1970 and all those things. So as an inventor, I have to verify all those things. For verifying these things, I will approach the professionals, supervisors, or partners, or technical assistants for an initial analysis of the commercial worth of the patent. So whether my patent is then commercially worthful or not, and then whether it is possible to get a patent for this kind of inventions. So everything has to be clarified by the inventor. So for discussing these aspects in the professionals, then the professionals may disclose your inventions to outside peoples or some other peoples. So once it is disclosed, it is not possible to get a patent. So it is if some other peoples is knowing your inventions, it is not a secret. It is not it is not possible to get a patent for them. So some that people also may raise a patent for that this invention is made by them also. So because of that, you have to, and as an inventor, you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So before share the invention disclosure, this agreement has to be signed by the persons, those who are discussing your invention. It may be professionals or supervisors or partners, whatever it may be. You have to sign that they should not disclose this invention to the other people. That is the main aspects of a non-disclosure agreement. So patentability checking. So I have to verify. I am an inventor. I have to verify whether my patent is eligible to get a patent, fulfill all the legal requirements and all those things. All inventions may not be patentable. So the invention meet all the patentability criterion as per the Indian Patent Act 1970. Then only it is possible to get a patent. So novelty search, patentability search report, and extensive report. You have to search novelty, it's new or unusual. It is new from an existing thing. It's very important. You can patentability search report. So professional peoples, if you are enclose your patent to the professional peoples, so they will verify. So the patentability and search options, and then they have to verify whether these kind of inventions is already patented in this world. Not only for India, in this world, these kind of designs or models or inventions is already granted a patent. It is not possible to get a patent for that. And extensive search, you may go for it. Extensive search also, you may go for it and then some other way of methodologies using some websites and then some professional peoples and then patent attorney. So with the help of that, you are able to search your patent. And publication of patent applications. So usually, if you are submitting your applications for a patent IP office, IP India patent office, so 18 months is required for filing your and for getting and processing your patent. So 18 months after completion of the 18 months only, your patent and results will be announced by the IP India. So the inventor thought that it is not possible to wait for that much of time. I have to raise my rights within 1 month. You have an option. So early publication request can be made optionally, and the form 9 has to be submitted in the patent office. Then within 1 month of period of time of your filing from the premier filing date, your patent will be published. Usually, the government fees for a patent is 2,500. Early publication request form, and then 2,500 rupees fees has to be provided paid to the patent office. And then I will go for a provisional specification or complete specifications. So my patent is then granted, and then it is then mentioned. It's officially it's then mentioned in the Gazette of an IP India. After that, the IP India is providing and 48 months of time to the applicant. It's an inventor for submitting a request for examination. This form has to be submitted by the every inventor. If it is possible, if the inventor likes to submit the request for examinations along with their applications, it is possible to submit along with the applications. If they need some more time for submitting the request for examinations, the inventor has 48 months of time to submit the request for examination. So the patent application is examined at patent office after receiving the request for examination. After receiving the request of the examinations, only the patent will be examined by the patent office. So the request for examination is filed along with the applications, or it will be the applications will be submitted separately. The controller send the applications to the patent examiner to examine the different patentability criteria, subject matter of the novelty, non-obviousness, and inventive steps in the industrial applications. So they have to extend the search of an examinations of the particular patent in different criteria. After reviewing this application, the examiner creates the first examination report and submit it to the controller with some objections in patent application. So every patent is not compulsory that the objections has to be raised for every patent, but then majority of the patents is raised and objections by the examiner. Some objections may be raised by the examiner. So the examiner has raised the objections, and it will be give it to the controller. The controller is communicating that objections to the inventors and applicant. The majority of the patent application will see the same type of objections based on the examination report, and then analyze the examination report with the patent professionals and creating a response to the objections. So if you are an inventor, you are receiving any objections from the examiner, you have to clarify and you have to recommend that my patent is fulfill all the requirements of the Patent Act, and it should have a novelty and it should have an inventive step, and it will be applicable to the industrial applications. And then I assure you that this patent fulfill all the requirements, and then you can grant the patent. Like that, you have to give an explanation to the controller. Then the patent will be granted. So create and send the examination report to the controller that the invention is patentable and fulfill all the patentability criteria. And all the objections are resolved, the patent is granted to the applicant. The grant of patent notified in the patent journal is published in time to time. Usually official gazette will be updated in every Friday. So I got a patent in the topic of data integration platform of unified payment interface for the seasonal entrepreneurs. So what is the what we have to invented in this particular invention is, so the seasonal entrepreneurs doesn't have any information regarding how much goods they have purchased, and then how much they have sold, how much remaining goods is in their hand, and then how much they have paid for the suppliers, and then how much they have received from the buyer consumers, like that. So they don't know, and the transactions they are carried out in that particular season. So we have created an UPI system for the seasonal entrepreneurs. So with the help of using our system, our methodologies, our design, so daily reports will be generated with the help of DMS and RGGS applications by the using automated integrated tool. They have to link with our tool to that their own and then bank accounting transactions. So this tool will help them to create a daily basis report. And then we are using an Telnet, it's an open source software for integrating. So what are the points we have to remember in this patent? It needs to be submitted the provisional application and also the complete specification. And then applicant is the owner of the patent. There can be multiple applications. So it may be, and if you are an inventor individually, if you are an inventor, you are the owner and as well as the applicant also. If you go for any industries, manufacturing industries or pharmaceutical industries, so that industry is the owner, then the person, those who are inventing that particular process or design or models, that invention, that person is the inventor. So it is no need that it's only one person should be an inventor. The many persons may also become an inventor. Then natural persons only be an inventor. Artificial persons is not possible to become an inventor. And then there can be multiple inventors for an invention. So the details submitted at the time of provisional should be same for the complete specifications. If you are giving in your provisional specifications some different ideas, different models and different process, if you go for in complete specifications, you are making some changes in your complete specifications. It is totally different from the provisional specification. It is not possible to an obtaining patent. The title in all the applications and forms should be same in the acceptance form. All the forms, the title should be the same. So what are the forms has to be submitted in patent filing? Form 1, Form 2, Form 9, Form 18 and Form 4 and 5 also. So examinations report, then 4 and 5 also has to be submitted. So in art students, in management people, social science students, so what are the scope of getting a patent? It means it's a wholesaler, you are choosing a wholesaler, then product handling mechanism, what they are in how far they are buying and maybe they are collecting goods from the manufacturer and they sell it to the retailer. This is the processing functions of a wholesaler. So in this aspects, you have to think it in a different way. You can create some system for the wholesaler that then they have how much goods they have collected from the manufacturer and how much it is and delivered to the each retailer. Everything will be used with the help of your system. You can create and then billing mechanism. It's in retail sector. You can create some methodologies or systems for billing the products. It's a billing mechanism. So because many retailers is struggling a lot regarding the billing systems. So if as a customer we are buying goods from the retail shops, so we are buying a different goods in bill itself. The name of the goods is mentioned in a different way. So some other goods name is mentioned. So this is a problem faced by the retailer also. You can create some systems or design or model for a billing mechanism. It's easy to understand by the customer and as well as the retailer. And then the supervisors of manufacturing industries, you can create some techniques or some methodologies for supervising. How many in the supervisor they have some set of tasks in every day. So how they have to doing all the works in the particular day, and then in the maybe the who is responsible for that particular supervisor, who is the head of that supervisor, has to verify the particular supervisor is verified these qualities, and then this kind of products is not yet verified. That system has to be created. That is very helpful for the people, those who are working in the textile industries. And logistics and supply chain management itself, you have to creating some models or designs and inventions in a product handling techniques. So how should they have to handling the products? It's in CMA itself we are discussed about first in first out and lost in first out methodologies. So with the help of that linking itself, you have to create something new. And inventory departments, so material handling and order processing techniques will be designed. Then it will be possible for getting a patent. There's a lot of scope are there. And then in marketing itself, methodology in personal selling, you can go with that. And customer relationship management and customer handling data techniques and communications. In CRM, it's a great scope of creating and so many things, because so many concerns it doesn't have the medium industries doesn't have a proper mechanism of creating a relationship between the customers. So you can think it in that way, then you can create a lot. And marketing itself, you can creating a new methodologies in personal selling. Then if you are appointing and sales representatives, so they have to meet the customers, and then however it will be prospective. So the company doesn't know and all those things. You can creating some technologies that whether the marketing representatives is met that customers are not, and then you can create some systems like that. So this is a flow chart of a patent filing process. So if you go for a provisional application and complete specifications, within 12 months you have to submit the complete specifications. If you are submitted complete specifications, after 18 months, the publication of the application will be possible. Then you have to submit a request for examinations after 48 months. Then it should be the request for examination is processed and all the mechanisms you are aware of that. Then you have to the response of an first examination report will be based on that the how far the inventor is in giving an explanations to the objections of an examiner. Once it's an examiner is hearing regarding your explanations, then it is accepted. Then your patent will be granted and it will be published in a official gazette of an IP India. If the examiner is not ready to accept your request, or it may be in your explanations, they may deny or they may reject your patent applications. You may appeal to the order. You can approach the court. Then you can release legal rights regarding that my patent will fulfill all the criteria, but the patent examiner is not accepting and they are not ready to grant my patent. You may raise your rights in your appeal itself. Then based on that legal processing, that will be decided. And then go for in provisional applications, again you have to submit a complete specification within 12 months of period of time. So what are the patent offices in India? Is the Office of the Controller General of Patent, Design and Trademark, generally known as an Indian Patent Office, is an agency under the Department of Promotion of Industry and International Trade, which administers the Indian law of patent, design and trademark. This is the authority is regulating and controlling the trade and intellectual property rights in India. So 4 patent offices in India. Its main offices in Kolkata, situated in Kolkata, Mumbai and Chennai and Delhi. This is the offices, zonal wise offices is running under the headship of patent office. So if you are an inventor, you have to filing your patent or trademark, or it may be in designs or copyrights. You have to raise a copyrights for your writings. And then you can apply for the online also. Online portal is also available. So, but you have to sign it into that. You have to, if it's a new user, you have to sign it into that particular portal. Then it's you are eligible to go for and submit your applications. So this is the patent office IP India site. So if you in Google, you have to type it IP India and .gov.in. So directly that will be redirected to the IP India site. So this is an patent specific patent place for an IP India. If you go with a patent, you are clicking that patent. So in this, the patent is there. They have some. They are insisting that in patent they have a lot of procedures are there. So this is the patent site. So if you get into the patent site, so there are so many things are available. So in administration and contacting persons and publications, and then cause list, key citizen, service matters, and then frequently asked questions, IP awareness, all those things are in this particular thing. You can verify your if you are already submitted your applications, you can verify your application status, and public search for credit patents will also be available, and comprehensive e-filing services for patent will also be available. Patent search for an 18th and then period of time and publications up to that period of time publications will be given in that particular place. So how to verify it. This is the e-filing portal. So it is first you have to get into that portal. It's a new user portal. Then you have this page will be open. So then in this particular page you have to give your type of applicant, and then you have to create a login. So then only you are able to proceed further. So in Intellectual Property India in Chennai office is it's situated in Anna Salai, India Industry Estate, Sitco Industry Estate, and then Gainman. It's an Gindi. It will be open for Monday to Friday. You can directly you can submit your application form, or otherwise you can submit your form in a e-portal also. It's an e-application will also be available. Both the things are available. This is a phone number. This is a website address for an IP India. So what I concluded that, so in the last several years, there has been a growing awareness of intellectual property law. So intellectual property law plays an important role in investments in research and development, design, copyrights and trademarks, and law will help and protect your rights, your creativity as well as the innovative work. Nowadays, the many people is start discussing and start talking about the patents, and then copyrights, and then other intellectual property rights. So in this era of technological advancement, there is a need of an effective intellectual property laws. Because of new technology, many people stole the creativity and made it a duplicate or fake copies, and it's very difficult to find which is the original and which one is the fake. It is not possible to identify. So that it's an intellectual property is an plays it's a vital role to protect our rights. I am the inventor. I have to protect my rights because the benefits from that particular from my invention has to be reached only for the inventor, myself only. So these three intellectual properties are correlated with each other. These things are correlated with each other. After this, I will conclude my session. If you have any doubts or any clarifications, you can ask me.
Hello, madam.
Sir?
Can you hear me? Yes,
Sir.
madam.
Yes,
Very
sir.
nice.
Yes, sir.
Very nice session, madam.
Sir, I think I
Madam, I
will
have one
give
doubt,
some piece
madam.
of... Yes, sir.
How
Sir?
to identify whether our idea is original or duplicate? Is any tool is available in the portal?
Sir, that kind of tools are not available in your portal. But if you are in
Okay.
inventing something new, it's a novelty, or it is some inventive steps has been taken for your invention, you can verify that this kind of inventions may be already it's got patent or not. You can get and search. You have in Google itself, and then you have search it, and then some patent. For example, if you go for an IP India, what are the
Like,
patents is published in that gazettes will be displayed. So in a period of time, you have to verify same kind of designs or models is already patent or not. Then you have to go for an extensive search. With the help of professional itself, you go for a search, sir. This will be very helpful
okay.
for us to verify whether your invention is having enough criteria for getting a patent or not.
Okay. What is the cost of, suppose
Sir,
we will register the
sir,
patent rights, what is the cost?
Sir, usually it's in 2,500 rupees has to be paid for. You have to pay it at IP India for and submit your applications, and then for examination report you have to submit for 3,000 something like that. But it is not possible to an individual inventor to get a patent, and then most of the patents is processed with the help of a patent attorney. So they have charged, in reality, they have charged a huge fees for that each every patent. If you have an influence in the patent office, that means if some people is already
Yes, sir.
got patent in individually, so in Chennai itself, so many universities are, so many people's professionals is having an enough experience of getting a patent in individual manner. So in individual itself, they are applied and then they get got a patent. They have spent only 5 to 10,000 rupees for that particular patent, because our student is doing an econ business. He got in 3 patents. He spent only 5 to 7,000 rupees per patent, because they
Oh,
know very well about some people's is linked with in this particular field in Chennai. They have in some set of friends. So with the help of that, they processed with that particular people, and then they got a patent. Sir. So only thing is, if you are knowing very well about the persons, those who are having an awareness about the pattern, and then all those things, no need to spend that much. Sir. But if you are approaching a patent attorney, minimum 40,000 or 50,000, and then 80,000, up to 80 or 1 lakh rupees itself, they are charging. Sir. This is what the things is going on.
okay, madam. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Students, anybody ask question to ma'am? Sir, Muthlangan sir.
Okay, madam. Okay, close.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful and inspiring speech. Next, I call upon you, Vaishnavi, 3rd BBA, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to our most valued Honorable Chief Guest, Ms. Dr. Tangam, ma'am, Principal, sir, Management Committee, staff members, and my dear friends, everyone gathered here. I would like to thank our Chief Guest, Dr. Tangam, ma'am, honored this function with her inspirational thoughts. I would like to thank our Principal, sir, Dean, sir, Management Committee, staff members, and last but not the least, our beloved students for making this webinar as a grand success. Once again, I thanks one and all present here. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very